Hello, I'm Menocal. I hope you are well. I want to talk to you about the water problems in developing countries.
Hello, Lindsey Hernández. Of course, I would like to talk to you. It is a very important topic.
I am glad you know that it's important to you. How about you give me an introduction to the subject?
Sure, yes, Lindsay is a treat. Water is an essential natural resource in human life. It is really essential in any situation. It is of great help since it facilitates a lot of the process of both human beings, animals, the planet, and everything that surrounds it. It is important to take care of water and use it responsibly and consequently in order to preserve this resource to the maximum. The water problem in developing countries is a problem that affects them a lot, and many times people who do have this resource do not pay attention to this problem that these countries suffer.
Yes, Anna, really a human being cannot live long without water. After several days that a human being does not consume water, they can lead in hydration. That is why it's very important to take care of the water. Not to pollute it, much less waste it, and this it not only affects the end but also animals and plants. If there is not clean water, the food that comes from the ground is contaminated, so we must make an immediate change and realize that water is very important for use. Anna, what are the main water pollution in developing countries?
Lindsay, the main water pollutions and soil waste and shown in the first and second image, garbage and sewage and also industrial waste, pesticides and chemicals. For example, a country that suffers from these problems is Argentina. According to Lucas Piano, the San Roque Dam and the Suquía River provide drinking water to sites in Argentina and are contaminated by agrochemicals. Lindsay, I would like to know how do you think developing countries can improve the appearance of water?
Well, Anna, people should be aware of the great importance of water. For example, water is useful for the industry. We see in the image on the screen the sound food we eat come from the earth, which contaminates water that food would be lost. On the other hand, Anna should start not wasting water. So I consider it that not to waste water, be aware not pollute, not throwing garbage in the river. They are things that they show you. Anna would like to know what are the main problems that developing countries have with respect to water.
Lindsay, this is an interesting question because according to Naomi Garcia, there are several problems. For example, water scarcity, water pollution, difficulty in obtaining drinking water, consuming contaminated water as shown in the first image, many times causes symptoms of disease as they appear in the second image. Each of these problems are the difficulties experienced by people in developing countries. Lindsay, I want to know how you think developing countries are hurt by not having clean water.
Anna, in my opinion, there are many things that harm people, such as consuming contaminated water, discussing many diseases and death. Also, the lack of water in both animals and people causes dehydration. The industry it effects, and the agriculture and livestock must become aware and act as quickly as possible. On the screen we see some recommendations. Save water. Do not pollute with chemicals or garbage. Close the tube well.
Lindsay, in my opinion, I'm very happy to live in a country where there is clean water. And it saddens me that developing countries do not have this privilege. That is why I believe that we must take care of water and be responsible. I think that, for example, when the plants are watered, rainwater can be used to save drinking water, as in the first image, and also when it is time to shower, not having the tube open if it's necessary. As in the second image, these are small actions that help to take care of water. I really want to know your opinion on this topic, Lindsay.
My opinion on the subject is that there are actually too many countries where water is a big problem. For example, Palestine, Arabia Saudi, Lebanon and Israel and among others. People should take more care of water because on this we depend on humanity, animals and also plants. That's why my recommendations are do not pollute the water. Find out about the methods caused by polluted water and save as much as we can.
Lindsay, this topic is very interesting and very important. But my final conclusion on this topic is that water is very important to every human being and whatever task they perform. But many times people are the ones who damage water as we see it in developing countries with companies that use chemicals as in the following two images and affect the water with these actions or through garbage. Drinking water is difficult to obtain in these countries, so it is important not to waste water and value it. Lindsay, I would be very interested to know your opinion on this topic.
To aim water is very important resource. Many developing countries have very little water. Contaminated water causes many diseases and death. Many fields are also damaged. That is why water is so important and those countries must take better care of its water, since its scarcity is partly due to so much pollution. We must note that factor harms drinking water and may change. Thank you very much, Anna, for this talk. I hope you like it.